Okay, well, so I think I've figured this out a little bit more, and because of that I want to come through and try something new. So this is my reader, which is where I post all my stuff from, and I want to see if this is readable. And this is kind of the way, if I'm going to do like solo blogs, this is the way that I want to do it. So what do you reckon? I've got my, not over there, it's over there because it's a mirror stuff. There is the news articles, here is me, this is Nihongo, and this is kind of sweet. So what do you reckon? I can say, for example, isanka ni suiso, what is it, dihydrogen monoxide. Everyone knows what that is. That is the lethal chemical that kills hundreds of thousands of people every year. Also found widely in the water supplies, apparently, in Florida, which has an April this year broadcast that the water supplies are full of this chemical that kills hundreds of people every year. Of course, dihydro monoxide is, of course, water. And the water utility was flooded with calls of worried people. And because of that, the radio show was shut down, apparently. Go figure. So this is kind of cool. Okay, now first thing I guess I really want to know is how good is the video quality of this, because before the video was really disjointed. What I've done is I've lowered the video quality and the streaming speed. Yeah, the video is still kind of crap, but it is what it is. So I'm just watching a little bit of playback right now just to see what it looks like. But the look is really good. Plus, as you can see, I can add in titles. I can do all sorts of cool stuff with that. Yeah, the reason the video is better this time is because I'm lowering the output. I want it to be readable on the screen. I want you to be able to read the articles with me. But at the same time, I do want to be able to, for the video to be smooth. So it could possibly be better because it's just started. And I guess I should I will have to shut down more resources. But so for example, that's the water story. Here's a bunch of people on channel talking about the best purchases that they've made under $500 or gomayen. Lots of cool stuff there, which I could go through. Why don't we go through that? Let's see what's there. So, bada bing. What's visible? How this will work? Let's just scroll down there. So talking about their shoes. I mean, you can see other photos, whatever. Humidifier, eye drops, a train. I don't get it. Nexus 7. Well, I can get that. Oh, look at that. I can use my little pointer and stuff. So what do you think about this as a format for talking? Hey, Sophia, Isaac, and Degens Konto. How's it going? So this is pretty cool how I can set this up, right? I can share my desktop, I can put my thing on top. I don't think I can do like 2.5 Oyajis. I don't think I can show multiple remote cameras at the same time with this. But I think just as a recording tool, this is pretty sweet, actually. Alone the fact that it lets me have conversations with you guys. So the speech in the video is a little bit delayed. Ecstatic Jack, thanks for the heads up. I guess that is probably a problem. And that could be just because I'm playing back the video as well. It's all about bandwidth, I think. I'm trying to, and the fact that I'm using a separate mic. By the way, so this is the mic that I use. This is the Zoom HD. It's the USB thing. It's also battery powered, but it plugs into the computer. I use this with my Sony Life cam, which I got because it can actually record. It's a USB camera that can do 30 frames per second at 720p, which I thought was pretty cool, but the key is getting it working going out on my connection, which isn't a commercial connection, which is really what this live streaming was made for. Let's go back to my reader, to Feedly. I can't show you, I guess, but this is an anime, a short anime, getting all sorts of awards and praise and stuff from lots of people. And I posted, or I will post a link for this later. It's on my Twitter. All the stuff automatically goes out to my Twitter. I guess I won't be able to replay this, and probably even showing these graphics is a bit of a problem, but it's all in the context of explanation. This being a news show, that's my excuse. But I don't know, I saved this to check it out, but it looks like it's a pretty cool short anime made by Japanese students. Shisaku talking about more criticism of Abenomics. He really doesn't like Abe, as most people don't, but here's something I was doing before with Hangouts, the multi-camera trick, but look, I'm doing it. So, by the way, this is all perfectly legible, right? You can read what's on the screen here. I think this is a really cool way to like talk with you guys. What do you think? This is a cool way of doing a format, right? Like I could do a news show like this. What I'd really want to do is I'd like to crop the video so I've got the whole half screen of the video on the side. But what do you reckon? So the audio, okay, so Diggins Konto, thanks for the feedback on this. Wish it was a bit more fluid and the audio is a bit more stuttery than before. Overall, it's a lot better. So, okay, it's getting better. And, you know, this is the whole thing. I can only see the preview, and of course the preview looks awesome because it's not going through the internet to you. But yes, I could tell this was better. It really comes down to getting the broadcast settings down. And frankly, I think it means I've got to keep lowering the bandwidth that I broadcast at, which will make the image less sharp, maybe less legible, but it will make it smoother. So it's getting there, it's getting there. But by the way, this is why I nearly died when I heard that Google Reader was shutting down, because this is my life. I love my Reader. I've got so many cool feeds. And this is what I do when I do my mini blog binges. I go through news. This is all news that I start, basically. These are new stuff which I like. If I find stories that I like, I've got a buffer, so up to like 10 stories. If I do too much, only 10 goes out, so I make sure I don't overpost. It goes out to Twitter. And when I get some free time, I go and add my little commentary to it. These are the stories that I flick through and I read that I like. Hangouts Easter eggs. This seems kind of cool. This is something I want to play with. But, so I don't know, this is, what do you guys think of this as a format? If I could get this working perfectly smooth. The other thing which I can do, of course, with this is I can record this. And I can pre-record it and then broadcast it as a live broadcast that I've pre-recorded. And that's kind of interesting too, and I need to figure out how much I can edit that first, but then that lets me do the comments. But the thing is, then I don't get to interact live and respond to the comments like I can do right now. One thing I am looking, can somebody, okay, let's do a speed test. Can someone just do me comments right now? Okay, so that one just went up 31.33. It's about 30 seconds behind, I think. YouTube, they've really got to improve the speed of these comments. I wish there was a real-time clock that I could tell the lag. So the quality, Sophia, I presume that's how you say your name. The quality still isn't really up to it. I wonder what I can do about that. I really got to find out how to boost. And is it the sound or is it the video? Or is it both? That's what I've got to get on top of, isn't it? I've got to figure out how to really, I guess the sound is the most important thing in the end of the day, but I would like the screen to be legible. I'm just going to play the video as well so I can hear a little bit of it myself and I can check. I'll play this back at the end obviously, but it's nice to get the feedback while I'm doing this. Well, it's really legible anyway, and the video is pretty smooth. Okay, I just watched a little clip back of me just saying that thing to Sophia before, and you know what? The sound is awesome. And it's super clear, but you're right, it's not synced together. I guess this is a bandwidth issue, that it's not smoother. But I'm really happy with this. What do you guys think? You think this is something I think I can make this into something? Even just for recording shows, I'm really liking the software. Yeah, in the end of the day, the sound is the most important thing. It's no good being clear and not being and not being able to be heard. And this is a good way to talk about news and stuff like that. I think so long as I'm not showing. I don't know how this works. I mean, I suppose there's an issue with I'm showing articles that I like. Could be copyright issues with that, but I think this is a commentary, so it's legitimate. I mean, I'm not going to go as far as playing music or video on it, but I think graphics and text. And the point of this always being to show you exactly. I mean, the point is by showing you this, you can see this is by Petapixel, and this Metabone speed booster, which I'm totally going to get with my next camera, with my mirrorless interchangeable lens camera as well. That I know I could get a much brighter, clearer, crisper image. Yeah, why don't I use RSS feeds in Chrome? The thing is, I'm just so comfortable with Reader. I like the shortcuts, the keyboard shortcuts, the interface, everything about it, and that's kind of why I'm. And now that Feedly has borrowed all of those features from Google Reader, I'm getting more comfortable with it now. Gendohidist. I'm sorry, I know I didn't. Deist. Gendohide Deist. I'm sorry, I struggle with names sometimes. But I'd really like to get my Micro Four Thirds camera with one of those speed booster things as my camera, and that's one thing I'm really hopeful that the GH3 or the camera after it, the GH4, the next body I'm going to buy, will just let me plug in USB or wirelessly, and that would be like a broadcast quality camera. But no, I think this is a really, really cool way to talk. What do you reckon? Compared to the Hangouts, I can do much more with this. So, yeah, I think this is doable. So I'm sorry to be bothering you guys with another test, but I'm making progress, as you can see. The picture-in-picture stuff is really cool. I will go back and look at the terms of service. Maybe they're using it isn't kosher, but I think this is legit. We'll see. I'm pretty happy. I will work on just getting the output a little bit smoother. It's going to be probably a compromise between clarity on the screen and my video. But so long as the sound is good and the screen looks clear, I'm pretty happy with it. So, this is pretty cool. I mini blogged about this. By the way, everyone go and subscribe to my Facebook and my Google Plus, because I occasionally do write what I think about these things and what I would say anyway. And this is the 10 most expensive air tickets you can buy, which are just about all through Japan. New York to Sao Paulo through Narita on Zenniku ANA. So errors. I noticed that as well when I was watching. Well, I mean, I guess it will come out all recorded together, but that does kind of suck that you have to F5 every few minutes for the error. And I noticed that as well, and that's kind of annoying. There's a few. Obviously, this is still kind of half-baked. I wish the comments were more up to date, and I wish that stuff like, as you say, the F5 every few minutes is not fun. That's not cool, but and I have to remember to point the opposite direction of where I want to point, so that if I want to point that way, to point right. Yes. I can see my preview way it goes up. So I'll off in a minute. Actually, probably having just this open and many windows open is probably a big part of the problem, frankly. I think the next step is to really work on reducing bandwidth strain from my computer. And I think I saw the guidelines using this software, which, by the way, so this is the software I'm using. Pull this over. And I think it actually said, I should probably be using a different computer on a different connection or something to be testing this rather than the same computer. And that makes a lot of sense. I should really be shutting down everything, especially Chrome, and only using the software. And that would probably give a smoother feed to you guys. There again, I'd want to check how it looks. So I guess, I've got a computer over there, a separate computer, but The thing is, I'd want to be looking at it. I mean, I guess, how would I do this? I could check. I wonder if I could check the live page, the feedback page on my iPad. That could be a way to use this as a monitor, and I'd want to tether my iPad to my iPhone so I'm not using the bandwidth at home. It could happen. It's much better. I've seen. I googled on live streams and how people set them up. And some people, obviously, these people are very serious people. These are like radio talkback people and commercial setups that use this, and they're like, they have complete whole studio setup. I'm with a USB camera, a USB mic, and I'm not gonna do anything crazy like what they do. But yeah, the connection's the main thing that I'm missing. But I think I do need to get a separate monitor. If I can get a separate monitor, hell, even if I could just do it on my iPhone, actually. That would be good. That would be good if I could just do that. Then I could probably bring this with a bit sharper quality to you. But for now, I'm just checking. I do want to watch back how this is all working. So thank you all for the feedback. So Diggins Conto, where are you from again? Are you from Venezuela, or am I getting you mixed up? I could be. But thanks for the feedback. What do you think of this kind of layout? Is this something you could... I like this way of presenting videos, actually. Well, this is something I'll play around with, but as you can see, I'm progressing, I'm learning. I've got little titles on the screen. You know, I'm gradually figuring out the features. This is a very detailed piece of software. So that's it. I'm going to sign out. I'll see you again. I might do another test a little bit later, but I get the feeling I'm going to go to sleep. But I think for doing solo videos, this is a pretty cool format. So I will see you all later. By the way, the browser I'm using is Chrome. I use Chrome for everything. I like Chrome. Good night, everyone. I might be on again, but thank you for stopping by, keeping me company, and giving me the feedback. This really, really helps me because I really want to get this good. You know, I want to get this presentable. I think this is a really awesome thing. If I can just get it a little bit better. So thanks very much, and I'll see you all later. Peace. Boom. Stop streaming.